Happy Bosses Day, Ron. Two things come to mind. One is I love that you're always, usually always available to talk to us whenever we need help with or have questions with investing. And I love that. Your passion shows through whenever we talk to you and get guidance from you. And the other thought was just your great sense of humor, your witty humor. Remember back in the day when we were on cubicles and used to just make us all laugh with quick responses you had. And so I remember that's how we nicknamed you the Oracle, and you still do that today. Happy Bosses Day, Jim. Just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you. You are always available for your employees. You take the time to listen to them and help them with their needs. You have guided the company in a great direction with the core values and the people you've hired, and the clients love you.
Jim has a charismatic personality and he puts people at ease. He's very level-headed and he doesn't lose his cool even under lots of pressure. He's smart, he thinks quick on his feet, and he's likable, and he maintains a great balance of being friendly, but still commanding respect as president of FSA and demonstrating great leadership abilities. Since FSA seems to attract like-minded individuals, Ron is not lacking in these areas either. I admire his kindness, his intellect, as well as his humor, and his intelligent way in which he speaks. When Jenny Moss was working here, we referred to Ron as the Oracle because it seemed that he was knowledgeable about any subject, and I still think of Ron that way. These attributes they both possess are how I aspire to live my life as well.
Hey Jim, Ron, happy Bosses Day. I do have to say this feels a little weird just saying it. But Jim, I'm going to go down a little bit of a memory lane with both you guys is kind of where I'm going to go. And so Jim, meeting you at that Schwab branch, and I don't remember exactly that first meeting, but just to be able to be with clients with you and to see how your people skills and relationship skills were so powerful at the time, just extraordinary is what I'm remembering. And Ron, I don't remember exactly when we first met, but when it was time here at FSA to bring somebody on that had good skills to do portfolio management side and called Peter Mothy, it just hit me right away. Just, you know, in my heart, you're the right guy. You're honest, upstanding, and you've got the whole belief system of an exit strategy, and it's just wonderful to be able to have you and to know you and to meet you back when you're up in Gaithersburg.
So an attribute of Ron that I would hope to emulate would be the calm presence that he has surrounding market volatility. He doesn't seem to get emotional in the same way that I think other people within our profession can get, and I think that's a really key aspect to success and surviving in the investment business. So I hope to emulate that. As for Jim, Jim really cares about his employees, and I think he genuinely is looking out for us, and I want to emulate that going forward as well. I admire that a lot.
One of my favorite things about Ron is that he's a really good travel buddy. Every time we do our annual Florida trips to see the Jim Applegate clients, I always fly down with Ron, and he helps get me to the airport and everything, and it really helps ease my travel anxiety. So I really appreciate that about Ron. What makes Jim a good boss is that I feel like he always looks out for all of us, and not just for work-related matters, but even for personal, if we have personal issues going on or just need some extra support. I feel like he's always there to listen or help out or give advice, and I really appreciate that about Jim.
My first impression of Jim was that he was very welcoming and warm and very easy to talk to. An attribute of Ron's that I would like to emulate is his positive attitude, his confidence, and his optimism.
When talking about Jim and Ron, I think leadership. Jim cares about everyone in the office, makes everyone feel welcome and comfortable. Ron wants to hear other people's input, and is very inquisitive. They are both great leaders by showing empathy.
What's my favorite thing about Jim and Ron? For Jim, it's his openness and candor, his willingness and desire to listen and understand, and his generosity. I guess that's more than one thing. For Ron, I love the one-on-one conversations we have about faith and politics. Those things are hard to share with most people, and it's nice to know I can share them with Ron.
One attribute of Ron's that I want to emulate is his ability to make things complex, ideas complex, things in a much simpler way and explain them to someone else that may not understand them. So coming into FSA, I feel like I was lacking most in the investment world in my knowledge and my ability to explain things to people. And I feel like I learned a lot from Ron in his ability to kind of explain things to me. And by doing so, I was then able to kind of better explain them to other people. One thing that I look up to most about Jim is the fact that he practices what he preaches. He really exemplifies our core values, and he wants feedback, and he wants to bring up areas where he feels like he may have missed the mark, and he expects the same, on your side. So I really appreciate that accountability, but also that humble, the humbleness on his side to be willing to kind of bring up areas on his side as well. So I do feel like he practices what he preaches, which I think makes everyone else want to do the same.
Jim makes a good boss because he shows that he really genuinely cares when he comes by to check on the IM team, especially when Ron's not there. And an attribute I would like to emulate from Ron is he is cool, calm, and collected all the time, no matter if the market is tanking or the world is ending. He's just very, very calm and a great boss.
My favorite thing about Jim is his leadership skills. It's something I've always looked up to, and I aspire to have his leadership skills. At the same time, he treats us like one big family. When we were back in the office, we had lunches every Wednesday, and it was family style. We all got to hang out and be together. My favorite thing about Ron is he's authentic and he has courage to follow his convictions. If he's got an opinion, he will defend it and fight it to the death. He will buck the trend if that's what he feels is the right thing.